And who are you, sir? The one that is doing the actual talking. Are you a comedian or are you just a guy hanging out?
No, sorry. I literally found this because of your YouTube channel.
Because of my YouTube channel.
You got a fan. And I should have done better. My bad time.
No, I'm glad you did it because now you get to live the experience. How did you find my YouTube channel originally?
I'm a big comedy fan and I just moved to Vegas. So I'm guessing YouTube figured out that I love comedy in Vegas and you're Vegas comedy. So.
Yeah! Thank you. I was talking on my podcast about Ian Rainier. Good point. Try telling him that. Yeah, Ian Rainier, if you guys aren't familiar, is a guy that runs the shows here.
Fuck Ian.
Yeah, fuck Ian is right. Like, he's such a fucking dumbass, you know? I know, you were telling me a story about him being a fucking dick, and like, a lot of people don't believe it, and I don't understand why people won't believe it, no matter how much evidence I give them on my fucking post, because he'll talk, and then he'll get himself in trouble, and it's like, yeah, you're a fuck up. Stop being a fuck up. You're a grown man, you know? At some point, right now I don't need you. And all you're doing is fucking up my timing, so that's not...
It could be worse. You could be picturing him doing it to your uncle.
Oh my God.
Your uncle has fucked me twice.
Oh my God. Oh.
Yeah, every other time I fucked him. Your uncle has a big dick, to tell you the truth. And long arms for a reach around. He fucking gets down. Big Al, you don't need to be talking that loud. You didn't do well enough to deserve that.
I just realized that when I mentioned the thing about Garrett Hall that you're going to hear in this video, I want you to understand that even though I say the things that I say and I feel the way that I feel about Garrett Hall, tonight when I saw him at Wise Guys, I clapped for him like everybody else. I went ahead and listened to his set for a little while. Then I went outside and smoked a cigarette because that's what I would have done anyway, because I just smoke cigarettes, and some people consider that a flaw, but it is what it is. I smoke cigarettes. And so I don't at all wish ill on Garrett Hall. I think he's a good guy to the people that he's good to. Our friendship just didn't turn out to be what I thought it should have been. And so I don't, like I said, wish ill on him at all. And I do want him to get better. And I do want him to be, you know, whatever he's going to be. Because to me, I don't want any weak links in the Las Vegas comedy scene. I want everybody to be a strong comic, because that's how we'll end up building the scene that I want to see actually take place in this particular city. So even though I'm going to say some of the things that I'm going to say later on in the episode, I want you to understand that I don't wish ill on not only Garrett Hall, but just anybody on the scene, because all of us are supposed to rise as a scene, as a group, as a city, whatever you want to put it, as a comedy community. So that's the way I come at that part. But I am very honest in the way that I talk about that situation with Garrett Hall and why it is I don't really like him. If he ever wants to come to me and actually apologize person to person, I would be open to that. But that's one that is going to take an apology. We're not just going to pretend that it didn't happen. That's going to take an actual apology. And who knows if he'll want to give it. He doesn't have to. I don't feel like he needs me to get where he's going. He can get where he's going with or without me. So, like, you know, I want it to come from the heart, though. I don't want it to come from the, like, I feel like there might be a social consequence to not being your friend. Okay, there's a social consequence, but there's no professional consequence to it, because I'm not trying to get in anybody's way, and I'm not going to try to poison anybody's mind about you. I would never talk to any club or any comic and be like, oh, this person isn't a good comic, when I know that they're a decent comic, but I just personally had a problem with them. I don't inject that kind of stuff. I've told you guys before, there have been times where bookers have asked me about people and I've given just my professional opinion about what they do as far as stand-up goes. And then the booker comes back to me later and says, oh, that comic said that he actually had a problem with you. But it was funny because you didn't mention that to me. All you mentioned was that he was a decent comic and that he would do well in the room. And I was like, well, yeah, because that's my professional opinion. The personal part doesn't play into it at all. So now I'm going to play a little bit of clippage from Ocha Bar this week. I hope you guys enjoy the craziness, and this doesn't even capture it. But here you go.
I'm not being funny right now, but this is my fucking story.
Ty, please don't get up here and talk any shit, because I'll meet your ass.
What did we talk about last week, Budsy?
When he come back, he might shoot up this bitch.
What do you mean you'll me too me? I fuck your uncle, not you.
I didn't know you was fucking niggas' uncles out here in the streets, though.
That's a true story. I do fuck his uncle. His uncle's name is Eric. I knew Trevor before he came on the scene. I don't want to hear a lot of shit, Budsy.
So I got me drunk at 16.
What do you want to ask?
What'd you go to prison for, Budsy? No, your uncle drugged me that night.
Did you over-sedate somebody with medicine?
Well, he was just a pussy.
I'm one of those he wouldn't fuck.
Now you're getting interesting. But your uncle could still get it.
See, that's what I'm not gay.
Weekly. Bye, Budsy. We'll see you next week. 3 minutes. I want to hear it. I would love to hear it. And I know it's going to be great. What's up, everybody? Ty Rivera here, the absolute best LGBTQ comedian in the world. That was just some of the fun that we had at Ocha Bar last Thursday night. A visitor took our money. This week was really fun, really exciting because the owner, Note, really likes what we're doing there, so he decided to kick in an extra $50 this week. So instead of giving away the regular $25 that we usually give away, we instead gave away $75. One of the visitors from Salt Lake City by the name of Angel Gomez actually ended up winning, and it was super fun because the way the night had went was it was just as crazy as it was the week before, minus the assault on one of the comics, but it was just as crazy. Rob Bostellari, who's a comedian that I do like very much as a person, but just hasn't been bringing it in the entire time I've known him when it comes to the stand-up part, which is the most important part. But when it comes to stand-up, Rob Bostellari just hasn't been bringing it. And I love Rob Bostellari. Like, we were quarantine buddies, you know, me, him, and Bruce Leonard would hang out during quarantine time. And like I said, I really do like him as a person, but just if you're not ever bringing it when it comes to being on stage, and then you come to my mic, our mic, me and AJ's mic, the Thai Comedy Dojo, you have to understand that we are going to make it fun. So if you're not going to make it fun, this is the way that it works at Ocha Bar. The comics get 5 minutes, but 2 minutes in, I get handed the mic. And once I get handed the mic, if you're going well, if you're at least working on some material, I'll go ahead and just leave you to do what you're doing. But if it's not fun and the audience isn't enjoying it, because we are getting some audience down there, plus the comedian service audience, then I am going to make it fun. So whether you decide to join in or not is up to you, but it has to be a good time. It has to be entertaining. And I will offer good constructive criticism. I will ask you questions that I think might make you at least right in a way that can be more entertaining for the audience. Like with Budsy, Uncle Budsy, it may look like I was being a little bit rough on him, like asking him to talk about when he went to prison, but Budsy is one that I think has potential, but he just keeps talking about these things that nobody cares about. And he rambles throughout his entire set, just rambles. And you're like, can you get to a punchline, or can you talk about something that's even partly entertaining? Because everything he talks about right now is just very informational and it doesn't really make sense. Rob Bostellari, he got upset with me, and I'm cool with people getting upset with me. If you don't want to get better, then don't come back. I don't have a problem with what you decide to do. I don't need you there. Like, yes, I do very much like the comics there, and I get along with most of the comics really well, including Rob Bostellari, but it can't be a boring time. It can't just be like, oh, I just say these words into a microphone and there's nothing particularly funny or entertaining about what I say. I just like talking. That's not what we're doing at Ocha Bar. I would love to say we're that kind of supportive room, but we're really not. Are we supportive in the way that we genuinely want to see you get better? Like when I told Budsy at the end, when I was pushing him off the stage and I was telling him, I can't wait to see it, I'm excited to see it. That was 100% true. That is really the way I feel about it. I do think that Budsy has it in him to get better, and I do want to see him get better. But in the meantime, when he's not doing better, I'm definitely going to let him know we got to step it up, Budsy. That's all it is. Jordan Perry came in and killed it. Diaz Mackey came in and did a set. And the only reason we booed Diaz Mackey, to give you guys behind the scenes on that, is once you get to 5 minutes, once the countdown clock has run out completely and you're at 0, if you continue going, if you say a single word after that, boo, you get booed. And I think AJ was the one that came up with that. Maybe it was me that I don't know who came up with it, and it really doesn't matter. All I know is I like everything that mic is turning into. I like the fact that this week the winner was a guy from Salt Lake, like I said, Angel Gomez. The week before it was Bree D, but Bree D is brand new from Reno, and I like that the way that it's turned out the last couple of weeks, it really does let you know that we're not just going for our favorites or the people that we already know. I had never met Bree D before last weekend. I had never met Angel Gomez before this week. So nobody can say that it's not fair or that we're just going for our friends or we're just picking the people we like. We haven't known the people that have won the last 2 weeks in a row. Seder came back again and showed her stuff, and that was exciting to see. I'm just really liking what a lot of the people are growing into. And like I said, if you are doing well, or if you're at least working on some material and I see that you're trying to go somewhere with it, then I'm going to let you just keep going. But if you're floundering, then I'm going to help you out a little bit. And it's not from a malicious place at all. And it's not me just trying to flex on newer comics or anything like that. But maybe I'll inspire you to think of something that'll make your joke better, or like allow you to look at your bits in a different way and maybe grow from there. So, and I don't want anybody to think that because I interrupt you, that means you're not going to win for the night. You could say something really funny in the moment, and that could end up winning the night. Like there were a couple moments like that where it was just super fun once I injected a little bit of extra into it. And it's not like at that point I feel like I took over the set and I made it fun. No, in every case that happened this week, it was the other comic playing off of what I said that made it so much fun. It wasn't just what I said that all of a sudden now it's fun because I said it. No, we had a good time together and we were able to make a little bit of magic in the moment, which is what I want our room to be about, is to be about in the moment magic and people getting better at stand up and people feeling like, yeah, maybe they got heckled a little bit by me, or maybe I did interrupt what they had already had planned, but maybe something more natural happened, maybe something that was more fun. And I want to talk a little bit about tonight at the situation with Wise Guys, because one of the people that was doing a guest set, or maybe he was featuring, was Garrett Hall, which I've talked about Garrett Hall before. Me and Garrett Hall aren't friends anymore. Like, we used to be friends. He used to go on the road with me a little bit, and I really did like Garrett Hall as a person. When it came to Garrett Hall stand-up, I was never the biggest fan in the world of the stand-up itself, even though I thought and still think he can possibly grow into something better. But right now, to me, it's just very introductory, which is fine. If you just want to introduce yourself and start yourself out wherever you're at, I'm fine with that. My problem with Garrett Hall was that I really did try to help him out a lot. We were actual friends when everybody was really talking shit about me and saying that how terrible I was and I just snap out of nowhere and that kind of stuff, which isn't true. Garrett Hall, in a private conversation, was like, I know you're not like that. I know you're not the way that they say you are. I've been on the road with you. I've hung out with you, because me and Garrett were actual friends. He didn't choose to say that publicly, which I get if you choose not to say that publicly. I respect if you choose not to say that publicly. But when everybody's shitting on me and then people are putting up negative posts about me and then friends are showing me, because I'm blocked from seeing these particular posts, and this was several months ago, but I'm seeing and being shown by friends that Garrett Hall is one of the people liking these negative comments about me, at a certain point I will just get like, okay, well then what are we doing here? Because when I see you privately, even during that time when he was liking the negative stuff about me, Garrett would come up to me and be like, hey, if you ever need someone to go on the road with you, I'd be more than happy to go on the road with you. I'm going to have some time off coming up. And it's like, wait a second. So not only will you not choose to say anything when you see people saying things about me that aren't true, but you will also like the comments, which in a sense is kicking me when I'm down and I'm supposedly your friend, but then you're going to hit me up and act like I would want to take you on the road. Why? Like, do you think you're some kind of talent that I just can't get anywhere else? Because believe me, I can. Like I said, I don't really consider anything Garrett Hall is doing to be groundbreaking. So it's not like I can't get what he's doing anywhere else. Do I like the fact that Garrett will stay up for his entire time during a set, no matter how it's going or how few people are in the room? Yeah, I definitely do respect that. But can I not find that anywhere else? Of course I can find that somewhere else. So it's really not that special when I consider that I'm taking somebody on the road with me that is at least showing the rest of the world, maybe just to be popular, maybe so people will like him, maybe so he doesn't get shunned from the community. But for whatever reason, he's choosing to like things about me that are negative. So at that point, no, I don't want you going on the road with me. And I'd prefer that you not walk up to me and tell me that you want to go on the road with me, because now that I know that you're liking negative things about me and in a sense encouraging people saying negative things about me, now I don't really consider us to be friends. And then a couple of days later, he put something on Facebook or on Twitter that another friend sent me where he was saying, I'm not here to be anybody's online security guard. Well, okay, nobody asked you to be an online security guard, but there's a difference between being an online security guard and actively liking things that are negative about somebody that you want to help you out. So the same way you say you don't want to be anybody's online security guard, I never said that I wanted to be anybody's real life agent. I never said I wanted to work for you. I never said I wanted to get you booked places. I got you booked on a couple of things because at the time we were friends. I think you're a good guy, thought you were a good guy. Now I question that, because at a certain point, when you know that people are saying negative things about somebody that you know isn't the person that they're painting them to be, at the very least you can just say, hey guys, that's not what's going on. But Garrett Hall doesn't want to do that because he still wants to be popular with people that don't matter. And I guess I could say I get that, but really I don't get that. And when it comes to Garrett Hall or anybody like him, if they decide to come down to Ocha, they can just completely deal with AJ, because I don't mind them being at the mic. I'm not trying to make it so my mic is like cut off to people that haven't been nice to me or aren't the kind of people that maybe I thought they were. My mic is open to pretty much everybody except for Delilah, and that's only because, like I've said before, the owner doesn't want Delilah at Ocha because she threatened to cause so much drama when we were first starting it, and he just prefers that she stay away. So that I have to respect, because the owner is the owner, and while I do run the show with AJ, when it comes to the owner having veto power over anything he wants to, the owner can veto anything he decides to. And so I don't get involved in that part of it. I will continue to have a good time at Ocha. I know comics will continue to come out to Ocha because it's really becoming a fun time. Like, even the video that we recorded doesn't capture exactly how much fun it was in the room. And we didn't even play like not even a quarter of the footage that we have, because we have a bunch of footage from that night. And I've got a big announcement coming up at the next Ocha Bar that technically I've got everything confirmed, but I just want to go ahead and wait until Thursday to announce it, because we're going to be doing a special live stream on YouTube of Ocha Bar. So that'll be starting at 11 p.m. Technically, it's going to be starting probably around 10:40 p.m. on Thursday night. This coming Thursday night, 10:40 p.m., we will be starting a live feed here on YouTube of our mic at Ocha, the comedy dojo, the Thai comedy dojo, which Thai is a play on not only my name, but also the fact that it's in a Thai restaurant. It's Ocha Thai, if you aren't familiar, which is on Las Vegas Boulevard. So that's pretty much it for the wrap up this week. I just wanted to give you guys a couple quick highlights, let you guys know who won, let you guys know kind of what I was feeling about it and why we're doing things the way that we're doing. I know that we're building something really special there, and I like that it's turning into just a hangout for all of the comics on the Las Vegas scene that really do want to get better, work on their stuff, and are willing to put in the time, because also getting there at 11 p.m. to me, or even getting there at 10 p.m. and staying for an 11 p.m. mic does show a certain level of dedication. So if you want to get better, continue to come to Ocha. If you want to be coddled, continue to go to Fun Day shows. If you want to get the best of both worlds, I would say go to Fun Day shows and go to Ocha, and then you're the one winning because you're getting as much stage time as possible. You're also getting to deal with Ian and his bunk-ass questions, and me and my interrupting and trying to make you think in a different way or inspire you in some way. And if that means just us having a little bit of fun while you're on stage, then let's us have a little bit of fun while you're on stage. You want to bond with me? You want to be my friend? You want to be able to roast me next year on my birthday? Then let's actually build some friendships and make it so I feel comfortable with you roasting me. So I feel like, yeah, this is the crew I want to actually, because that's the plan for my next birthday, is to actually have a roast. And some people tried to roast me and weren't good at it. I want to show people what an actual roast looks like when people do it in the spirit it's meant, and when I actually come back at them at the end and do that in the spirit it's meant, and really show you guys what it looks like when a comedy community really does bond together. Somebody commented on my last Unbothered, like, the Las Vegas comedy scene is non-existent, isn't it? Well, everything that ever existed started off as something that was non-existent. So yeah, we are building the scene kind of from the ground up, and that's only because the people that thought they were building the scene really weren't building a scene at all. They were just building a place for them to work out and feel like they were superstars. Little did they know one day I was going to come along and prove that they weren't superstars at all. Technically, they're not even decent comics. So there's a lot happening on the Las Vegas comedy scene, and I am proud to say that Ocha Bar on Thursday nights, 11 p.m., 10 p.m. sign up is the heart of the Las Vegas comedy scene, and we're going to keep growing it. We're going to keep making it better, and we're going to keep getting better together. That's me included. I have room to improve. I'm not pretending I'm perfect, so I practice what I preach. When I tell you guys to come to Ocha Bar to get better, I am going to Ocha Bar to get better. So let's all raise the level here in Las Vegas. Let's all raise the game in Las Vegas. And let's all make sure that another visitor doesn't win our money. We don't need these visitors taking our money from us. This is our money. Just playing. I'm having fun with everything that's happening, though. And thank God for AJ. I can't say that enough. AJ really is the heart of Ocha. And David Hewlett was killing it on the keys again. He's going to continue to kill it on the keys. He's adding to his repertoire. I don't know what's happening with that boy. I didn't even know he had that as a talent. And I definitely give him a hard time during the show. And I will continue to give him a hard time during the show. Like, I'll yell at him when we need happier music. I'll yell at him when I don't think we're doing the music the right way. I'll also ask him what the fuck he's doing there. I'll ask him to sit on his hands and stop playing during my set, because my set is at the end of the night and everybody was having fun with me. And it's like, I can't get mad at that because I have already heckled them for the night as well. So it's like they get a chance to try to get back at me at the end of the night. And even that's a part of the fun. So all the way around, it's just a fun situation. And if you ever want to see comics really bonding and doing what comics are supposed to be doing, not only in the bonding way, but just in the having fun way and being what comedians are supposed to be, definitely do come out and be a part of the audience and be a part of the fun at Ocha Bar on Thursday nights. The heart of the Las Vegas open mic scene, at least when it comes to comedy. I don't know what's going on in music. I don't know what's going on in poetry. All I know is comedy is my station, and I'm making sure that it's well attended. Everybody, thank you for watching, and I will hit you with an Unbothered on Wednesday. And also on Tuesday, I will be back with another Comedy Tip Tuesday. So please stay tuned. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Like this video. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. This has been Ty Rivera, the absolute best LGBTQ comedian in the world.